So we'll see the today's headlines. So first headline, so United Arab Emirates, Brazil, Albania, Gabon, Ghana were elected to which organization? So United Arab Emirates, Brazil, Albania, Ghana, Gabon were elected to which organization? So a famous festival is celebrated in Orissa. What is the name of the festival? So who was appointed as the member of the World Health Organization Technical Advisory Group? So wholesale price inflation, so hits a record high in the month of May. So what is the percentage of the wholesale price inflation? 2021 NATO summit was held in which country? So Dr. Harshvardhan, our Union Health Minister, he addressed the Global Yoga Conference 2021. So what is the rank of India in World Giving Index? So RBI allows prepaid mobile recharges through a payment system. What is the name of the payment system? So IIT Roopur, they develops the India's first power-free CPAP device. So CPAP means continuous positive airway pressure device. So continuous positive airway pressure device, which is used mainly for people having breathing issues. So they develops the country's first power-free CPAP device. So Wrestler, which of the wrestler? Who is the wrestler who clinched gold medal in the Poland Open? So International Day of Family Remittances is observed on. Global Wind Day is observed on. So which organization launches the Report It, Don't Share It initiative? So this initiative was launched by which organization? So these are the key headlines for today. So we will go into the detailed analysis. So the first headline for today, United Arab Emirates, Brazil, Albania, Gabon, Ghana were elected to the United Nations Security Council. So they were elected as the non-permanent members for the 2022-23 term. So these United Nations Security Council, which is a part of the United Nations organization, has total 15 members, of which 5 are the permanent veto wielding members and 10 are non-permanent members. So these non-permanent members are elected for a 2-year term by the United Nations General Assembly. So these non-permanent members are elected by the General Assembly. So permanent members are fixed and they have a special power of veto. So you can see all the members here. So the permanent members are United States of America, United Kingdom, France, Russia and China. So these are the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council having a veto power. So the non-permanent members are total 10. So they are Mexico, Ireland, Norway, Kenya, India. So these 5 will retire in 2022. So they will retire in the month of December 2022. So Mexico, Ireland, Norway, Kenya, India will retire in 2022. So who will retire in 2021? They are Saint Vincent, Estonia, Tunisia, Niger, Vietnam. So Saint Vincent, Estonia, Tunisia, Niger, Vietnam will retire in 2021 and for their replacement. So who is replacing them? United Arab Emirates, Brazil, Albania, Gabon and Ghana. So they are going to replace these 5 members. So the United Nations headquarters is present in New York and it is formed in the year 1945. So United Nations headquarters is present in New York and formed in the year 1945. So this is our news for today. So United Arab Emirates, Brazil, Albania, Ghana, Gabon are elected to the United Nations Security Council as the non-permanent members for 2-year term. So next news is about a famous festival in Odisha called the Raj Parba. So Raj Parba or Mithuna Sankranti. It is a 3-day unique festival which is celebrated on the onset of monsoon. So June is a month of monsoon. So this festival welcomes the monsoon. And also they say it, they are celebrating the earth's womanhood. So during this time period, they believe that Mother Earth or Bhudevi, she undergoes menstruation and she prepares herself for the coming agricultural season. So they believe that this particular time Mother Earth will prepare herself for the coming agricultural season. Okay, so on this occasion, Orissa tourism has started Pita on Wheels. So it is this festival is celebrated with cakes. So that is why Orissa tourism has started Kishaks on Wheels. So they will be selling the traditional cakes in particular places, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack and Sambalpur. So this festival is celebrated with a special variety of cakes, and Orissa tourism is selling those traditional cakes in Bhubaneswar, Cuttack and Sambalpur. Okay. So very simple, Raj Parva is a festival celebrated in Orissa. So this festival is a 3-day festival which is welcoming the monsoon, and they believe that Mother Earth will purify itself, will prepare itself for the coming agricultural season. So the Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik, and Governor of Odisha, Ganesh Lal. So also remember this, Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik, and Governor of Odisha, Ganesh Lal. So we'll go into the next news. Mukesh Sharma appointed as the member of WHO Technical Advisory Group. So Mukesh Sharma appointed as the WHO Technical Advisory Group. So he will be part of the Global Air Pollution and Health Group. So he will be part of the Global Air Pollution and Health Group. So WHO will appoint some technical advisory groups to support them in eliminating all these air pollution and health issues. To support WHO in giving technical advice for eliminating all these health issues. So Global Air Pollution and Health is such group, and Mukesh Sharma is appointed to this particular group. So who will appoint all the members of technical advisory group? It is the Director General of WHO who will appoint the technical members of this particular groups. So Director General of WHO will appoint members to the technical groups. So this group will provide technical advice and inputs to WHO mainly in the fields of air pollution and health issues. Okay. So we'll see some details about the World Health Organization. So this is a specialized agency of United Nations responsible for international public health. So WHO is a specialized agency for of United Nations responsible for international public health. So WHO was formed in 1948, headquarters is in Geneva, and the present Director General of WHO is Tedros Adhanom. So Tedros Adhanom is the present Director General of WHO. So please remember this slide, very important. So WHO is in news from past 2 years. So you need to remember this slide. So WHO formed in 1948, headquarters in Geneva, Director General is Tedros Adhanom. So next is economy news, the wholesale inflation. So yesterday only we discussed about retail inflation, wholesale inflation, core inflation. So wholesale price inflation hits a record high of 12.94% in the month of May. So last year in the month of May 2020, wholesale price inflation was 3.3%. So in 2020 it is 3.3%, minus 3.3%, and this year in 2021 it is 12.9%. So record spike in the inflation rate. So there is a record spike in the inflation rate. So what are the reasons? The main reasons were low base rate and rise in prices of crude petroleum and mineral oils. The main reason for price rise is low base rate and rise in prices of crude petroleum and mineral oils. So what is low base rate? So very simple. If the inflation rate was low in the corresponding period of last year, then even a small increase in the price index will give a high rate of inflation in the current year. So see the statement carefully. If the inflation rate was low in corresponding period of last year, then even a small increase in price index will give a high rate of inflation in the current year. That means in May 2020, what is the inflation? Wholesale price inflation minus 3.3%. What is the rate in this year? May 2021, it is 12.9%. So where a small increase, suppose inflation has increased from minus 3.3 to 1 or 2 or 3. So if inflation has increased from minus 3.3 to 1 to 3, so there will be a huge spike of inflation. So that is only the low base effect. So low base effect means the inflation rate is low in corresponding period in the last year, and if a small increase in the price index will give a high rate of inflation. So last year prices were very low, say 10 rupees. This year if the prices were 13 rupees also, it will show a huge difference of inflation, high inflation. Okay, so what is wholesale price index? Wholesale price index measures the changes of prices of goods sold and traded in bulk by wholesale businesses. So it is a price rise in the wholesale market. So very simple, wholesale price index is calculated at the wholesale markets. So it measures the changes in prices of goods sold and traded in bulk by the wholesale businesses to other businesses is wholesale price index. So this is published by the Office of Economic Advisor, Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So this is published by the Office of Economic Advisor, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Okay, so please remember wholesale price inflation is 12.9% published by the Office of Economic Advisor, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So next is summits. So 2021 NATO summit was held in Brussels, Belgium. So US President Joe Biden, he is like his first international trip to Brussels, Belgium, and mainly to NATO. So he attended the NATO meeting only to reaffirm the United States commitment for military alliance. And Biden also said that he believes Article 5 is a sacred obligation. So what is this Article 5? So very simple. Article 5 according to NATO says that if any member of the alliance is attacked, it will be considered as an attack on all members. So Article 5 of NATO treaty is very important. It says that if any one member of the alliance is attacked, it will be considered as an attack on all the members. And for the first time, this NATO Article 5 was invoked after the 2001 9/11 attacks. So this NATO Article 5 was invoked for the first time after the 2001 9/11 attacks. After the 2001 9/11 attacks on World Trade Center in USA. So you know the famous World Trade Center in USA, it was attacked in September. So famously called the 9/11 attacks, and NATO invoked Article 5. So what is Article 5? Article 5 says if one member of the alliance is attacked, it is considered as an attack on all members. So this NATO is a military alliance established by the North Atlantic Treaty, also called as the Washington Treaty. So it is a military alliance established by the North Atlantic Treaty or the Washington Treaty. So in this meeting, they also discussed on the NATO 2030 agenda. So in this meeting, they also discussed on the NATO 2030 agenda. So 2030 agenda is an initiative to make sure the alliance remains ready to face further challenges. So you know they already faced, the world has already faced the COVID-19 pandemic. So NATO 2030 is a comprehensive initiative to make sure that the alliance remains ready to face further challenges, say it health, say it military, anything, any type of aggression, they are ready to face it. So the NATO headquarters is present in Brussels, Belgium. The chairman of NATO military committee is Air Chief Marshal Stott Peach. The total members in NATO are present 30, and NATO was formed in the year 1949. So please remember, these are the points to remember, and this is the symbol of NATO. So NATO headquarters Brussels, Belgium. Chairman of NATO military committee Air Chief Marshal Stott Peach. NATO members 30, and NATO was formed in the year 1949. So next is about the Global Yoga Conference 2021. So this event was organized by the Mokshayatan Yog Sansthan along with Ministry of Ayush and Indian Council for Cultural Relations. So the Global Yoga Conference 2021 was conducted virtually by Mokshayatan Yog Sansthan along with Ministry of Ayush and the Indian Council for Cultural Relations to mark the occasion of the 7th International Day of Yoga, which falls on 21st June 2021. So International Day of Yoga is celebrated on 21st June, and for this event, to celebrate this event, we conducted the Global Yoga Conference 2021, and Dr. Harshvardhan, Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, he participated in the event and he highlighted how yoga has helped people during COVID pandemic. So he participated in this event and he highlighted how yoga helped people during the COVID pandemic. Right? So next is about ranks and reports. So CAF World Giving Index 2021. You can see the picture, CAF World Giving Index 2021. So India ranks 14th in the World Giving Index 2021 among 114 countries. So very good rank. So India has improved its rank in the past 3 years. So rank 1 Indonesia, rank 2 Kenya, rank 3 Nigeria. So rank 1 Indonesia, rank 2 Kenya, rank 3 Nigeria. So World Giving Index, India's rank is 14. So this World Giving Index is published by Charity AIDS Foundation. So this index is published by Charity AIDS Foundation. So this is an international organization based in United Kingdom that promotes giving, that promotes charity. So it is formed in 1974. Headquarters is present in Kent, United Kingdom. Kent County, United Kingdom. So Charity AIDS Foundation is an international organization that promotes giving, that promotes charity. And India, what is the rank of India? 14th. 14 is the rank of India in Global World Giving Index. So next is about RBI. So RBI allows prepaid mobile recharges through the Bharat Bill Payment System. So RBI allows prepaid mobile recharges through the Bharat Bill Payment System. So Bharat Bill Payment System is an interoperable platform for recurring bill payments operated by the NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India. So Bharat Bill Payment System is an interoperable payment platform for recurring bill payments operated by the NPCI. So I will tell you in a simple way. If you open PhonePe or Google Pay, you will find multiple ways of services. Like you will see, you can buy air tickets, you can pay your DTH bill, you can pay your power bill, electricity bill. So you can pay all these bills in one particular place. So earlier you used to go to the electricity office to pay your electricity bills. You used to go to a mobile recharge shop to recharge your mobiles. You used to go to the municipal corporations to pay your municipal bills. Earlier, this TV channel people, they used to come to your house and collect the TV bills. But today we are paying all these bills from your mobile phone. So how is this happening? All because of the National Payments Corporation of India and their own system, Bharat Bill Payment System. So in this Bharat Bill Payment System, it is a unique way, universal way where you can pay all your recurring bills. Clear? Very simple. Mobile recharge, DTH bill, air tickets, train tickets, everything you can pay, electricity bill, everything you can pay from one platform. So that is called the Bharat Bill Payment System. Now RBI allowed for prepaid mobile recharges. So now from onwards you can also pay, you can recharge your mobiles from this Bharat Bill Payment System. So in May, nearly 213.5 million bill payments happened through this channel. So in the month of May itself, 213 million payments have happened through this channel. So this system was started in 2014 mainly for repetitive bill payments. What are repetitive bill payments? Electricity bill, every month you need to pay electricity bill. Repetitive bill payment, DTH, every month you will pay DTH bill. So Bharat Bill Payment System was started in 2014 as a platform for repetitive bill payments. So next is NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India, is an umbrella organization for operating all these settlement systems. So this is an initiative of RBI and the Indian Banks Association. So both of them, RBI and Indian Banks Association, they started NPCI, a non-profit organization, not for profit company. So their main activity is to maintain all the settlement systems in India. So we are using UPI, PhonePe, Google Pay. Who is maintaining all these things? It is NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India. So the present MD CEO of the company is Dilip Apse. Headquarters is Mumbai and formed in the year 2008. So the MD CEO of NPCI is Dilip Apse. Headquarters is in Mumbai and formed in the year 2008. So please remember these points, also very important for your examination. National Payments Corporation of India. So next is a science and technology news. IIT Roopur develops India's first power-free continuous positive airway pressure device Jeevan Vayu. So IIT Roopur develops the country's first power-free CPAP device Jeevan Vayu. So this Jeevan Vayu can deliver oxygen up to 60 liters per minute. So the capacity, maximum capacity of Jeevan Vayu is 60 liters per minute. So this machine can work without electricity and it can work on both type of oxygen generation units like O2 cylinders and oxygen pipelines. So simply in a hospital, you can connect this device to oxygen cylinder, or you can connect this device to an oxygen pipeline and you can place it to the patient. So it is a CPAP device which works on without current, without electricity. Okay. So what is this CPAP therapy? So this therapy is mainly a treatment method for patients who are having breathing problems during sleep. So this phenomenon is called the sleep apnea. So sleep apnea means people will face breathing problems during sleep. There will be breakages in their breathing. So they will have sometimes they will feel their stoppage of breathing. So this CPAP device is used for treatment of these patients. So they also placed a viral filter in this device so that air does not bring any pathogens from the environment. So they placed a viral filter where all the pathogens will be filtered in this device. Okay. So very simple. IIT Roopur develops India's first power-free CPAP device called Jeevan Vayu. So what is CPAP? Continuous positive airway pressure, which is a treatment method used for patients who are mainly having breathing issues during sleep. So next is sports news. Wrestler Vinesh Pogod clinches gold medal in the Poland Open. So wrestler Vinesh Pogod, so she clinches the gold medal in the Poland Open. So she defeated Krystyna Bereza of Ukraine in the 53 kg category. So she defeated Krystyna Bereza of Ukraine in the 53 kg category, and this is her third title in this year. So she already won gold at Matteo Pellicone event and Asian Championship events. So in March 1 medal, in April 1 medal, and in June 1 medal. So with this she is like preparing well for her 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics. So this will help her in her Summer Olympics, which will be conducted in the next month. So 2021 Poland Open is an ongoing sports wrestling event which is held in Warsaw, Poland between 8 to 13 June 2021. So this Poland Open is a wrestling event which is happening in Warsaw, Poland between 8th to 13th June 2021, and in this event Indian has clinched gold medal. And who is the Indian? Vinesh Pogod. So next important days: International Day of Family Remittances, which is observed on June 16th. International Day of Family Remittances, which is observed on June 16th, and the theme of the day is building resilience in the times of crisis. And the theme of this year is building resilience in the time of crisis. So the aim of the day is to recognize the contribution of nearly 200 million migrant workers who send money every month to their families. The aim of the day is to recognize the contribution of all the 200 migrant workers who are sending money to their family members. Right? So next important day is Global Wind Day 2020 is observed on 15th June. Global Wind Day is observed on 15th June, and the main aim of this day is to spread awareness about the benefits of wind energy. So the main aim of the day is to spread awareness about the benefits of wind energy. So this day is organized by Wind Europe and Global Wind Energy Council. So this day is organized by Wind Europe and Global Wind Energy Council. So the total installed wind capacity in India is 38 gigawatts. So the total installed wind power capacity in India is 38 gigawatts, and India is the fourth largest installed wind power capacity in the world. So India ranks the fourth largest installed wind power capacity in the world. So Global Wind Day is celebrated on 15 June and International Day of Family Remittances is celebrated on 16th June. So please remember, very important. Okay. So also please try to remember this. Global Wind Energy Council headquarters is present in Brussels, Belgium, which is established in 2005. Wind Europe headquarters is present in Brussels, Belgium, same place, but established in 1982. So Wind Europe is the first to be formed in 1982 and Global Wind Energy Council is formed in 2005. Okay. So the last news for today, Facebook launches Report It, Don't Share It initiative. So Facebook launch Report It, Don't Share It initiative. So Report It, Don't Share It is launched in collaboration with the civil society organizations Aarambh India, Cyber Peace Foundation and ARPAN. So it is launched with the collaboration of Aarambh India, Cyber Peace Foundation and ARPAN. So this will encourage people to report child abuse content on Facebook. So why is this initiative? So this initiative will encourage people to report child abuse content on platforms, on their platforms. So here if you find any child abusive content in Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp, so what you must do? You must report it to Facebook and you must not share the details. You must not share that video or footage or clip. You must not share those particular videos or pictures or footages or clips. You must simply report it to the Facebook concerned authority. So for this, Facebook has partnered with Neha Dhupia, who is a Bollywood actress who runs the community Freedom to Feed on Instagram. So Facebook had partnered with the Bollywood stars so that it will have a wider publicity. So that they will have wider publicity. So Facebook launches Report It, Don't Share It initiative. You know the CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and headquarters is present in California, USA. Okay. So these are all the current affairs for today. So we will have a revision of the current affairs in one word key points. So we'll see the first keyword for today. So who were elected to UNSC? United Arab Emirates, Brazil, Albania, Gabon, Ghana. So which is a famous festival celebrated in Odisha? Raj Parva. Who was appointed as the member of the WHO Technical Advisory Team? Mukesh Sharma. Wholesale price inflation in India 12.9. 2021 NATO summit was held in Brussels, Belgium. Dr. Harshvardhan addressed the Global Yoga Conference 2021, which was held virtually. So India's rank in World Giving Index 14. Prepaid mobile recharges are now allowed in Bharat Bill Payment System. IIT Roopur developed a continuous positive airway pressure device, and the name of the device is G1 Vayu. Wrestler Vinish Pogod has clinched gold medal in Poland Open. International Day of Family Remittances 16th June. Global Wind Day 2021 15th June. Global Wind Day 2021 15th June. Facebook's initiative Report It, Don't Share It regarding the child abuse content. So these are all the current affairs for today. So please revise the PDF. So you can find this PDF in our Telegram channel, and if you like our content, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's it for today. We'll meet in our next session.